In my last video, I broke down how the Nikon ZF is a unique value in 2024. But at the end of the video, I explained how I sold the Nikon ZF to get a Nikon Z8. So for casual photography, you absolutely do not need a Nikon Z8. Outside of serious wildlife photographers and professional sports photographers, I feel like the Nikon ZF can handle pretty much any photographic assignment that you hand it. The main reason why I sold the Nikon ZF for the Nikon Z8 is for paid video work. I had one client who wanted me to shoot the entire project at 4K 60. It meant that I had to crop into the sensor, lower my image resolution, and I felt like I wasn't delivering the highest quality image that I could. The other thing that started to bug me was the micro HDMI port. I remember back when I had the Sony a7S II, the micro HDMI ports on those cameras used to drive me nuts. Pulling critical focus off the back of a small LCD screen on your camera, it's just tough, and I feel like a micro HDMI monitor situation is just not that reliable. After looking into all the video specs that the Nikon Z8 can do, I came across a used Nikon Z8 that was just too cheap for me to pass up. Basically, I was able to sell my Nikon ZF and one of my lenses and basically trade that for a Nikon Z8. But when I went to go sell my Nikon ZF, I felt reluctant and I felt, dare I say, emotional, which is, I feel like that's a weird thing to say about a camera. I think taking a couple of years off from professional shooting during the pandemic and getting back in with the Nikon ZF and finding some success right away, it made me emotionally attached to the Nikon ZF in a way that I'd never really connected with another camera before. And it really reignited my passion for photography and filmmaking. Without the Nikon ZF, I probably wouldn't be sitting here late at night in my garage making these YouTube videos. So even though I was upgrading my camera, I actually felt pretty sad about it. But that sadness quickly went away the first time I started shooting the Nikon Z8. The Nikon Z8 is like a Ferrari. It has virtually no limitations. Amazing autofocus, 12-bit RAW, 10-bit ProRes 422 coming off a high-res sensor, that satisfying sensor shield, that nearly limitless buffer in photo mode. I truly believe that you might not ever need another camera after getting a Nikon Z8. But wait, that sounds crazy. We're buying new cameras every year. They're getting better so fast. But I have a response to that. I feel like we've reached peak camera in 2024. I feel like the next big innovations in camera technology are going to be in form factor like the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, or it's going to be some like AI wizardry that record for you and make a lot of decisions for you, or AI video editing where the AI will just pull and create clips for you. I feel like that is the direction that we're heading in, not necessarily better image sensors or better image quality. In my last video, I broke down how the Nikon ZF is the cool camera meets the useful camera. Well, it is to a point. For my use case, I found that it just wasn't quite useful enough. So I upgraded to quite possibly one of the most useful cameras of all time. And with a heavy heart, I said goodbye to one of the coolest cameras I've ever owned. Now, with the nearly limitless functionality of the Nikon Z8, do I even miss the Nikon ZF? And the answer is yes, I do. Even though the Nikon Z8 is so capable, there's an experience you get with the Nikon ZF that the Nikon Z8 just can't replicate. It's the looks, the brass dials, the feel, the metal body, and most importantly, it's that mechanical shutter. So when prices of the Nikon ZF come down, if they come down, I'll try to buy one again. Or if someone from Nikon sees this video and wants to send me one, that would also work. All right, thanks so much for watching this video. I'm just a guy going out to the garage to talk about cameras while after his kids are asleep. I think in the next one, I'm going to be talking about Nikon Z lenses. Are they any good or are they just hype? All right, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.